Hey, and welcome to a special minute after podcast edition of 2017's Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele. We are 35 seconds fresh off of watching this movie with my friend Mike. How'd you feel, buddy?
Okay, so when I watched the scene where the TSA goes to the police officer and explains, I think my friend, I don't know why he has that accent all of a sudden.
My friend.
I think my friend was captured by a white family that's going to auction off him as a black sex slave. I turned to John and I said, Peele had to pitch this movie like that.
That was an inaccurate representation of, okay, so they want to just farm
And
black
then you know what he
people.
did afterwards? He done made that movie.
Yeah.
And it's a good movie.
Thank you. That's all I wanted was, yeah, that's good.
How do you follow up with that pitch to go, I'm gonna make a really good movie?
Let me tell you. Okay.
Fuck, is it creepy?
Okay, yes, Jordan Peele, coming fresh off of a comedy career, it's tough to say, it's tough to get a movie pitched. I'm sure he has money from Key and Peele, but he says, I have an idea, and Monkey Paw said, all right, we'll do it. And when the trailers came out, I'm like, that looks really scary and nice. Give me some more plot details, and I couldn't find any, because this is a difficult movie to pitch to somebody. I made the mistake of spoiling most of the plot elements to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but I don't think. Sorry for the people who are listening to this. I don't know what this is. I'm not someone who thinks that
Spoilers are the end all be all.
Yeah, if spoilers ruin a movie, I don't think that movie's worth much.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay, I am sorry. I didn't know that. Okay, I had a suspicion this guy made good movies because you've been hyping him, and I was like, okay, but I had only seen his comedy work.
It's tough. It's tough to sell somebody. You're like, oh yeah, that guy made.
Like, holy crap, this movie's gorgeous.
It's very
beautiful looking movie.
He has a very good eye. The credits are already over. They're very short credits. Here's my. I don't know where to start. It's a tough sell. And here's the thing is that after this movie came out, he said, I'm sure he had so much money and so much clout because this was so good. And he's not the first person to do social horror before, but he does it so well that I'm like, okay, anything else he does. And then Us came out. And based on the trailer, I wasn't sold on Us. But based on after having watched Us, I do prefer Us.
Now I want to see Us.
Yeah, okay. Is this a good trailer for Us or what?
Okay, I first heard of this guy's horror films, or if you want to call them that,
yeah,
or whatever when you all of a sudden started to explode and go, Mike, oh my god, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay, we have something that we have between friends called Dogtooth Disease. When it came out in 2009, I was a gigantic fan. It was my first intro to foreign cinema. Yorgos Lanthimos had a Greek language film called Dogtooth, and I wanted to show how smart the movie was that I spoiled most of the main points to my friend. And I felt terrible.
It wasn't that you were spoiling. It was that you were explaining
tiny details. Okay, fuck it.
You were like simultaneously explaining the movie as I was watching it. Okay. And I was going, I also watch foreign films that are artsy-fartsy.
One last thing before we get into plot elements. I want to stress, Mikey is my case study. If you feel like you can't watch this movie because you've been spoiled, go do it anyway. One thing that shocked me is that this is way creepier the second time.
Okay, I guess that would be. I wonder what it would feel like in that first 30 minutes if you didn't know where this was going.
It was awkward, but I was like, please go somewhere.
It's like okay, yeah, it was a creepy Meet the Fockers. And then it got really creepy.
It's so fucking, oh my god.
Uh-oh.
So the progressive racism, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but that fell a little flat on me because I wasn't more conscious back then, but I'm more conscious now. I'm more conscious than ever. I would have voted for Obama the 9th time if I could. Okay, sorry. This main actor, Daniel, plays a man named Chris. Daniel is fresh off of Black Mirror. He's a very accomplished British actor, actor.
That's the Brit that's hiding.
Yes.
Yes, British actors who can hide their accent well creep out on Americans because we go, oh, spy.
Yes, so he has to, it's weird because he has to do like a black affect at times, but he also has to do an African American affect at times. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but he has to choose on what situation his character would use that affect.
But that actor is so good at portraying someone who's trying to keep calm in an awkward situation. All those forced smiles where you go, okay, I'm okay. This is not awkward.
He's like, is it true? Is your dick bigger than most dicks? And you're like, you're trying your best to hold in like a fuck off. And I've been that. I've been to awkward family things. Not. Here's the worst thing is that a small irrational part of me feels like I can't review this movie because I'm white. Technically, it's a really pretty, nice movie. Oh, okay, it's pretty. It's not nice. Damn it.
You realize that I think this is you've invited me to talk about 2 horror movies in a row, and they're both horror movies with racial subtext.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that about Candyman. This is the selling point of Get Out. So social horror. Shout out to Dead Meat Podcast. They did an episode about movies that changed horror, and one of them was social horror, things that were horror that was a metaphor for something else. And the one they brought up was the Babadook. The horror is a manifestation of grief and loss.
Would that be a social horror though?
No, not a it's just like a metaphorical horror.
Oh, okay.
Antichrist by Von Trier is another. Yikes. Okay, proceed with caution. So this is really cool. I don't want this to be a big thing where I talk about us because this isn't the point of the movie. I don't know how to break this down. Let me talk first about, get it out of the way, the comic relief. You responded so positive. If you were a focus group, I would get a great bonus from you because every time he's on screen, Milo giggles like a little kid. The TSA agent.
Now, okay, I have to say this, that I understand your reservations about him, and I'm halfway there.
Okay.
But because this is kind of a weird commentary of the horror of being a black person in this suburban thing, I immediately went, oh, this is the stereotypical black guy watching the horror movie going, don't go in there, don't go in there.
Okay, so you guys know me, or if you don't, you're about to find out.
I thought it was a meta joke.
No, okay, it could be a meta joke, and that's actually a layer that I didn't understand, because the first time I saw the TSA agent, he fell super flat on me. And it's gotten better because of 2 things. Number one, I now know that Jordan Peele he's that guy that tries to inject horror into comedy. I'm never, ever a horror comedy guy. I'm sure I would hate The Evil Dead.
Not a fan.
Okay, but this is done, it's done okay here. His humor in Us is much better integrated.
And okay, yeah, it is a little grating. And I think the only reason I'm okay with the TSA in this movie is because he is kind of abstracted. He's not. He's a commentary from the outside in. If he was,
he is like an audience surrogate.
Yeah, if he was in the house
most of the time, Jesus Christ.
then I wouldn't be a I would not.
You would be less forgiving. I remember watching Misery one time, and I remember thinking, oh, the sections where he's trapped in the house with Kathy Bates are phenomenal. Too bad I gotta put up with this bumbling married couple sheriff situation. They're just the worst, and they drag down the movie. This is to add levity, because my wife, God bless her, she can have her own opinions. When this movie ended the first time we watched it, she's like, yeah, it's a good movie, I guess. I'm so uncomfortable, I don't ever want to watch it again.
I get that.
So you need to have those moments of levity.
Because holy shit, this makes me uncomfortable.
It's really uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable because all this subtext sits on the surface. When somebody says, I love Tiger Woods, the greatest, blackest golfer ever, when that happens, you're waiting for somebody to go, wow, that's pretty racist. And you don't receive that relief. It's just awkward and upsetting. Even the first scene where the guy gets is being followed by somebody in a white car.
That's the black guy walking in the suburbs in the car.
Yeah.
Pulls up and and I guess it's that's the I think I said this during the movie, that those awkward moments where it's a bunch of white people trying to not be racist,
and
that for me that was more uncomfortable than if they all just looked at him and go, "We don't accept N-words here."
Okay. So here's what made it better for me the second time is that between the first and second viewings, somebody had said that the statement being made by Get Out is that progressive racism is just diet racism. I'm treating you differently because of your race. And it's upsetting, and it's I can't relate. I'm sorry. I don't want to seem like an authority on this. I want to say I'm an authority on film, and Jordan Peele, he took a crazy shitty risk with this. Can you imagine this not going over well? Can you imagine this being the Crash of horror movies? Where somebody falls down the stairs and suddenly they're not racist anymore because a black person made them feel better? It's so good. He handles it so great. And the horror isn't absurdist. I mean, it is a little absurdist, but we'll get to the Coagula Project. One last thing before we talk about the actual mythos here. Rose is a fucking, in character, is a fucking sociopath.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
She reminds me of when I worked at McDonald's. I worked in the drive-thru for 4 years. So I had to sound cheery, like, okay, if you need anything else, it's like 5:35, go ahead and pull forward. But I didn't have to smile at all. I had that, I had a flat affect. And there's a scene where she's drinking milk and eating Fruit Loops, and she's like, oh, honey, how are you? And
she's Googling, when she's eating the Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
And she's Googling black men?
Yeah, that scene, but the point is, she's putting on the character, but she's so robotic and robust that this character who is really, endearing at first is really upsetting.
Okay, yeah, that was okay because I knew that I had to be suspicious of her. In the beginning, I was really torn because first off, I find that actress extremely sexy, and and watching her do all the cute scenes, oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, she's gonna get creepy.
The first scene is her cuddling the dog, and the Chris is upset, and she's like, hold on there, puppy. I gotta go wrestle something out of your dad. That's so human. You have no idea how fucked this is gonna get. I'm upset because it's good. Everybody, I promise I'll get to the Coagula here in a second. All the actors are good.
Oh yeah, this cast is fantastic.
So Chris plays the black character from the Black Mirror episode 15 Million Merits. The wife, the hypnotist, is the girl, the love interest from Synecdoche, New York.
She's the wife from...
She's the Adele, yes.
And
she's a very, very sad movie.
Also the love interest in Death to Smoochie.
And the dad apparently is from The West Wing, the most liberal show ever made.
It's liberal porn, essentially.
Okay.
And he's a staff member to the President of the United States. And it's basically they are Captain America of the Democratic Party.
Captain America? Jesus Christ.
Having him, if you've ever seen The West Wing, and then you see him in those initial scenes trying to be the awkward, I'm not racist, I would vote for Obama 3 times if I could. That's that's so creepy.
That's upsetting. So if you guys just want the plot, the horror, the element that I'm going to keep us, spoiler free for my dude, if you're here, why are you looking for spoilers? If you're not here, the Spark Notes is they're looking to kidnap black people and inhabit their bodies because the Armitages are a group of people that believe that black is a superior race. And here's a metaphor that I just now came up with that I think is really interesting. So slavery, God, this is gonna like fucking politics 101 in high school. They want to take over a black person's body because they think that they're better and terrific, but they're still taking over the rights of somebody who thought that blacks were lesser in a less savory time in American history. So the ends are the same, even though the the ends are the same, even though the means and the origins are different. And that's upsetting.
Okay.
I don't, guys. The last thing I want to do is come off like I think I'm smart or I've come up with something, because this has been analyzed to death. There are thousands of terrific video essays about that. I just want to talk about how cool and weird it is. God damn. All of the fucking side actors, the groundsmen are creepy.
Oh, like the second in hindsight now I get it why they did that, but for example when the maid shows up, like of course you're like the stereotypical 60s looking
60s
black
Stepford
lady.
Wives, black. Okay, oh my god.
And then you find out, oh, it's because it's the grandmother, and that's what she would think. That's what she thinks black women look like.
Oh my god, she from the oh wow.
And that's why the groundskeeper is so awkward.
So here's the thing: is that the groundskeeper, he's an old man. He hasn't had legs in a long time, so he just wants to run.
He just loves to run.
He just loves running.
And he keeps going like, "Hey, you're fucking my granddaughter."
Yeah, a little weird. He gave me a face that I don't want to recreate. I have less to say about this than I thought, because everything that I want to say has been said better.
Yeah, okay, I could I could see getting into like a tirade about all the symbolism, but I think you made this comment before that there are people on the internet going, you see what he did with the deer? That was symbolic.
Yes, it was. Okay,
sure.
One thing I do want to tackle is that
it's kind of the symbolism is there, and but I don't think this movie, like, you don't. I don't think you need to understand the symbolism to enjoy this movie, or be creeped out by this movie.
One thing I do want to talk about, because I think it's one of the last things I have, is the product of a good movie is that every time you watch it, you see something new and something different.
Okay.
And here, I want to say it's intentional. Jordan Peele, he has like 10 metaphors in here at different levels of depth. Like on the one hand, it's like, yeah, when they ran over the mom, like he was still alive. That metaphor is the deer who was still alive when they hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, it's like, oh, he protected himself against racism by stiffing cotton in his ears. like there's surface shit to make you feel good, but the more you think about it on like a non-surface level,
okay, there is one. Okay, wait. Are you?
Yes. Go.
You were talking about. You mentioned that the movie's depiction of violence is something that how it was.
It's not
clumsy violence that makes, when it happens, you go, oh.
It's clumsy, brutal, real violence. When somebody gets punched, you don't either fall asleep or go flying across the room.
Yeah, it's like when the main character gets up and escapes, and he takes like a croquet ball.
Yes,
and he hits the white brother in the back of the head, and the brother goes like, ugh.
That's upsetting. Oh my god, that's like brain damage shit.
And then you just see that slight patch of red pool in his he has a hospital cap.
Yes.
And then he just hits him again. And it just that kind of ugh. And later when he meets the hypnotizing mother, she goes to stab him, and he catches the blade with his palm.
It's upsetting.
Then he just kind of like closes his eyes and go, I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, he does. Nobody wins a clear victory here. It's upset. It's an upsetting movie, but it's a good because it's upsetting.
I think that there's a collection of movies recently that have been trying to depict violence in a way that is very upsetting, and it's not voyeuristic or just when it happens, it stops the scene. It's like when violence happens in real life, everyone stops and goes, "What the hell was that?"
It's supposed to break up your day, and
Yeah, it's not supposed to make a scene flow, guys. And that's
Wow.
like I hate it when okay, I don't hate it, but I understand. It's common cinematic practice that when there's a fight scene, they do the editing to make the fight scene flow.
Mm-hmm.
No fight scene in real life ever flows.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like
violence doesn't flow.
it's like watching two people drunk outside a bar kind of like throw punches, and a lot of them miss. A lot of them hit your shoulder
Yes,
instead of the
It
face.
hurts. It's jagged and uncomfortable and painful. It's not cool.
It's not cool. And I like this because it's not cool. It's cool because it's not cool.
Yes.
Okay. And I keep coming up with one last thing, but here's my recent one last thing before we end. I want to talk about the blind art dealer.
Mhm. I want something deeper.
You want something deep? What?
That's what he says. He said, like, he's trying to, when he says, "Ah, don't think I'm racist or anything. I don't really care about your body. I want something deeper."
Okay,
What
no,
you
no, no.
can
Okay, no, no.
see.
Here's my
That creeped me out.
here's my
'Cause
night.
I don't. I think that would be. I think that is. That's some. You were saying that if these guys represent like the liberal position who end up are racist anyway, like, oh, I'm not I'm not racist. I have a my perspective is deeper than that.
Hang on, because I'm gonna object to you here. Here's my freshman in college interpretation. I'm sorry, nothing I say is original. These people that have eyesight in this movie, they see that you're black and they're attempting to steer away, and in steering away, they're treating you differently.
Mhm.
He literally could not give a shit, this blind painter. He just likes art, and in that way, he's truly objective. He has seen what you're capable of on a human level.
Oh, so you're saying okay? What you're saying is that ironically, of all of these crazy white people, the blind art dealer actually sees him as a as a more full spiritual three-dimensional human being, and that's why he wants his body.
Well, okay. Well, you're making me feel weird.
Because like he wants his eyes, he wants his how he sees in the world. The other ones, it seems like they want the athleticism, they want to be able to run. I don't know, they want the giant dick.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas the art dealer, ironically, he wants the artistic creativity. He wants the person.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it better.
It doesn't make it better. I'm not saying that Jim, the art dealer,
No, it
is
makes
a
it
good
creepier.
person. It's fucking weird.
Because okay, originally I thought that because the way the movie presents it is like, oh, the art dealer wants him as a sex slave because you don't.
Go on.
Because you haven't at that point in the movie you haven't been told that white people are being transplanted into these black people's brains. You just think, oh, they're hypnotized and being used as sex slaves. Remember when you first saw this?
I know. It was ambiguous what they wanted it for.
And then because you see this guy that's walking around with this old lady, and she keeps like groping him and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on there.
Yeah.
But no, the art dealer does not want to fuck him.
I want your eye for detail, which is god damn it.
Oh,
okay.
That's kind of cute, but also much creepier.
It's upsetting. Here's the thing is that I like that Chris is characterized by his smoking habit and his photography. His race doesn't ever come up otherwise. He's a well-characterized character.
Well-characterized character.
Shut up. Even though his race
I want
is
your gift for words.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, geez. Okay. I don't have any final thoughts. Guys, if you were put off that this movie was too racial, please go watch Jordan Peele's Us. It is fantastic. The racism takes shut up. Never mind. The racial commentary, the social commentary, takes a noticeable backseat in his sequel. Still crazy fucking scary. And I enjoyed it. And I think I'm glad Mike enjoyed it. I hate to sit you in front of shitty stuff.
Well, I know what the next movie I'm going to watch is. Thanks for the recommendation.
Barney and the Rainbow Egg?
What?
Never mind. It's not going to be out on theaters for like
Damn it!
Several
Oh yeah.
months. I know. I want it to. I'm like, are you gonna watch no movies between now and when Us comes out on DVD?
I keep forgetting. Yeah. Okay. Well, stop. Never mind.
Stop bringing it up. Fam.
Yeah. Stop it.
It's really good. Go see it right now. I have no original opinions on this movie. It's dense as shit, so whenever I find a nugget, I can't know for sure whether somebody has actually found this nugget before.
And if you do watch it and you do like it, we challenge you also
To
try to recommend it to other people.
Find a nugget and don't feel bad that somebody's already found that nugget. It's dense, which makes it good. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for something else.
Bye-bye.